Hi everybody, it's me, Gregor Marino. How are you today? It is Monday, May 4th, 2015. Alright everyone, lots of stuff going on here, and if you're paying attention to the financial channels like I do pretty much 24 hours a day, you're hearing a lot of the pundits talking about this market continuing to move higher in this bull market. Now, if you follow this blog or if you follow my Seeking Alpha blog as well, you know I have been very bullish for quite a while with regard to this market. And I want to shed a little light on a few things that are occurring right now. Let me start off with this. Just today, Bill Gross, who is considered the bond king by Wall Street, came out with this. This is a quote. He said, "The bull market super cycle is nearing its end as the attempt by global central banks to cure a debt crisis with more debt does not have much further to run." Who does that sound like? For quite a while, that has been my sentiment. And these world central banks continue to fire salvo after salvo at the equity markets, trying to keep them buoyed. The Federal Reserve continues their backdoor quantitative easing, money printing. World central banks again slashing interest rates, going negative, charging people to keep the cash in these institutions. This is something that is going to happen here in the United States. I am more than certain of it before they allow this entire mechanism to come down. But what we do know is happening is the economy is going nowhere here in the United States. Ironically, that is the title of an interview that I just did with Greg Hunter from USA Watchdog. I'm going to place a link to that interview. I'm going to urge you to watch it. It's very enlightening. Right in the description of this video and in the comments section. So please try to catch that. I believe we covered some very important things. I also want to cover this. As all of you probably know, I can't tell you how many questions regarding the equity markets and the stock market. And I went over earlier how the financial pundits are cheerleading for this market. Meanwhile, you got guys like Bill Gross coming out here saying, wait a minute, something is wrong. What we have here is a market that continues to move further and further away from the fundamental factors that are supporting it. That is clearly a bubble. So just today, if you're interested in seeing this, I posted an article on my Seeking Alpha blog. Again, there's going to be a link to that as well in the comments section and in the description of this video, where you can see two charts, options, statistics, sheets specifically, which demonstrate clearly how traders are betting better than 2-to-1 that this stock market is about to fall. I'm betting against this market right now. I am still holding my September 208 puts on SPY. A lot of you have written to me that I closed that position when we pulled back a couple days ago. I did not. I am still holding on to it. We'll see how that plays out. It could very well have been a mistake. I know a lot of you out there did close it and you made money on that call of mine. But I want to see how this market plays out over the next week or so. I feel the market now is very toppy. And again, with traders betting better than 2-to-1 that this market is about to take a hit, I want to stay on that side. So have a look at that article on Seeking Alpha if you're interested in that, if you're a trader yourself. So what's the takeaway from all this, people? Again, you got one side, the financial channels, the pundits out there who really have something to sell you, trying to push the narrative that you should be getting long stocks. Well, you know, I've been pushing that narrative for quite a while now, and I'm not saying it's completely over either. But what I am saying is we may, you know, nothing is written in stone here. We may be looking at a short-term correction here, which this market needs very desperately. and we can capitalize on it. That's what I'm looking to do here. Now, also, let's move forward. The U.S. dollar, this massive run up we've seen over the past several months, has started to correct. Something I said would happen. I wrote about it on my Seeking Alpha blog as well, and I spoke about it here. I talked about how commodities would benefit from that, gold and silver, and we're starting to see that happen as well. What I believe we're going to more than likely see as we move forward is, again, keep this in the back of your mind. Gold and silver gain as we move forward. Now, that doesn't mean they're going to go straight up without a little pullback. It's always the same thing. You're going to get a gain, a loss, a gain, a loss, a gain, a loss. That's the way it is. I also see cash, which is more than likely going to move back into bonds. What does this all mean in the grand scheme of things? I always say, watch the movement of cash or how it's flowing through a market. You can get a lot of tells as to where you should be putting your cash here. Number one, you know my take on precious metals. You need to be hoarding this stuff, betting against the debt that the world central banks, just like Bill Gross said, have gone absolutely out of control, trying to fix a debt problem with more debt. Can't happen. It's an incredible prospect that they believe that they can do this without there being a consequence. And all we've had, and I've covered this at length time after time, year after year now, is gross, dangerous distortions across every single asset class. And there is going to be a price to pay for it, beyond any shadow of any doubt. So there is no recovery here in the United States, period. It's all been propped up and faked, along with a lot of other things. And there's many reasons for it. Anyway, so before I continue going off on a tangent, two important things I really want you to do. The moment you finish this video, find the link to my new interview with Greg Hunter from USA Watchdog. We cover a lot of things that you need to focus on. There's a link right down here in the description of this video and in the comment section. Also, if you're a trader, if you're looking to capitalize on any of this stuff here, or if you just want to have a look at what I'm talking about, you can actually see this in the options statistics sheets that I posted on my blog today. There's a link to that too, also in the description and in the comment section to that. And I believe you're going to find both of these very interesting and enlightening. All right, with that said, let's see what happens. It's all interesting, and it's all fun too, and kind of crazy. With that said, again, I'll see you soon. Over and out.